What's going on, guys? Your boy Amazing here, back with another video, and in today's video, guys, we're going to be covering the Demonic Beast Battle boosting event and talking about the double drops and the half stamina with the best meta speedrun teams that you guys should be using to actually farm out all your holy relics that you're missing out on. If you guys do enjoy videos like this, man, definitely make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, as we are on the road to that 50,000 subscribers, and we recently hit that 48k subs, and we've been grinding on the channel, man. I've been double uploading on the channel the entire month so far, guys, and yeah, it's been a blast, man. I definitely appreciate it. If you haven't hit that sub button already, what are you doing? Make sure to hit it. And with that out of the way, guys, let's talk about the boosting event itself, and then we'll also cover my meta speedrun teams that I recommend you guys run on the fights. Alright, so hopping into the boosting events here, the reason why you guys want to be farming Demonic Beast this upcoming update, this video is going to be out, by the way, with this event already available. So you guys can see right here is 12:11 update maintenance before the 12:25 update maintenance. So you have it for about 2 weeks, guys. You want to take advantage of this event, as you're going to get a ton of holy relics made, and for all the holy relics that you guys were wondering about, you definitely got to grind it out, man. It's very, very important. So right here, you're gonna have 50% half stamina on the Demonic Beast, so cutting your stamina in half on all the Demonic Beasts you're grinding, that is really good, coupled with the fact that you're getting the double drops on the guaranteed stage reward for the Bird, Deer, Skull and Hottie, and Nidhogg. I mean, guys, that's nothing to scoff at all, and we're definitely gonna take that in terms of just grinding your holy relics, right? So instead of getting one of each of these sources, you're actually now getting 2 of these sources now, guys, which is very good. And then another reason why you might want to grind this event too is the double artifact drop rate as well. So you have double artifact card drop rate for the following Demonic Beasts, being Bird, Deer, Skull and Hottie, and yeah, they're going to be all available right there. So unfortunately, no Nidhogg, but you are able to get it from the first 3 Demonic Beasts in terms of the double drops on the cards, guys. So alrighty, guys, so starting out with the first one right here, I'm gonna have to remove my camera here because I'm blocking it, but this is the graphic that I actually made for my complete bird guide that I did on the channel, guys. If you guys do want to see all these graphics, feel free to go on the respective video. I have them linked in the pinned comment and in the description if you guys are looking for, just trying to read these graphics if you're interested. But yeah, the floor 1 to the 3 right here, in terms of the meta speedrun team, I have UR Escanor, Lancelot right there, Roxy, and UR Arthur. Now, the idea of the team, guys, is that you're going to be speeding through the fight pretty much by spamming Roxy single target. So let's actually go into the game here, and I'll put my camera back on, and we'll actually look at the team comp and kind of the idea for it. So what the idea is, guys, is that if you actually go to Roxy's passive right here, right, you're going to want to go to her passive effect and actually read the additional damage equal to 300% of the hero's initial attack. That is a really big buff overall for your team, as you're doing a bunch of extra damage past the initial hit of the damage cap. Because remember, in Demonic Beast, you're gonna have a lot of damage caps that are there, and you're trying to bypass as many of them as possible. That is ideally what you're trying to do, so you're able to kill in, like, 3 cards, give or take, right? That's usually where I want to be at. Alright, guys, so pretty much the idea is with this team is that because Roxy is able to allow other human characters to be able to bypass damage cap by doing extra damage, you're able to speedrun a lot of these fights using teams with full human variants. And on the Bird, you actually do not need to run Miguelda at all to be able to speedrun. And I think, in my opinion, guys, this is the team that you go with. I've done a video showcasing this team, guys, if you want to see. It's my Lancelot showcase when he came out, so feel free to actually watch that video. I will link all the videos for each of these teams that I've actually run, the meta speedrun teams. I'll link them in the description so you guys can watch the video format of me doing the run, and you can kind of see exactly how they kind of play and what you want to be using in terms of your skills. So yeah, in terms of the setup here, guys, though, we're rocking the full team right here on attack crit damage. Like, if we're going to gear here, attack crit damage, Arthur can stay on HP defense, though. That's fine, because he's gonna be a not really a tank unit, but he scales off HP, right? So you're kind of looking for HP defense. You could go HP crit damage, actually, though. That's not even a bad idea, actually. If you do want to do a little bit more damage with your Arthur, you could feel free to run that. But I would just opt for probably just standard HP defense if you're lazy, right? Just plop the HP defense on, guys, and you do not have to worry. This is still going to be really good for it, in my opinion, and I've had no issues going through the fight with HP defense Arthur. So yeah, that's going to be the setup right there. Artifact card support, we're rocking the Skull and Hottie cards that attack related stats plus 15% when all allies and Demonic Beasts are of the same race. So you're getting 15% extra attack related calculated stats for the team. I think that is a really big benefit overall, and you're going to be speeding through very quickly, guys. So yeah, that is a really good team there. Now in terms of like options you can like kind of swap in and out, I would probably say the main flex character here is probably Arthur, right? Or Arthur or Lancelot. The core of the team usually is Roxy and Escanor, because Escanor has a skill that bypasses damage cap but does up to a second damage cap, because he's doing 50% of the final damage on top of the fact that he's getting the Roxy extra damage too. So I really like the core of like you are Escanor, Roxy, and then just kind of flex options of like, you know, Arthur, Nasians. You could do Red Levi, you could do like Reinhardt. There's so many like just human characters. We just go to human and we just like go through for like single target. Like Levi's really good. Ella Lily is actually not bad. Let's just kind of go through here. Percival, both the Percivals are really good. Nasians is really good. Rudius, right? Like even Trenton and Bond I think is an option as well, like for speedrunning this. Reinhardt, like yeah guys, there's so many options, so feel free to just kind of mix and match what characters you got. Even if you don't have the meta speedrun team, you can still definitely clear very fast. So that's gonna be the team right there for the bird, guys. Let's move on now to the deer. Alrighty guys, now moving on to the deer here. This is my graphic that I made for this here. Now I have two speedrun teams on the deer that I have available here for you guys. So we have the human speedrun team with Jormungand, so you are Escanor, Roxy, Levi, Jormungand, which is, you know, in my opinion the fastest team. And then you do also have the other meta speedrun team, which is gonna be the LR Milim, Thor, Albedo, and the Jormungand team. Now I'm not as familiar with the Milim variant, guys. I've only just heard from other people and kind of just like, you know, what Milim and Thor are able to do in terms of thinking about, you know, the speedrun team. I think overall the most consistent one is gonna be the human team, but this one has the technically a better you know, can edge out the human team at the very end, with Albedo countering one banging the boss, because counters also do bypass the damage cap. So that's actually another way, like, you know, a team like this could be a little bit faster. But in my opinion, I think you guys should definitely rock the human team. It's more accessible. Roxy and Escanor are a lot easier to get than Milim now, especially now that she's gone. Thor is not available right now either. Albedo is not available. They just say very expensive team. I think if you want to be a little bit safe about it, you can rock this. So let's actually go in the game here real quick, guys, and we'll talk like team comps and, you know, what you can actually change with that. All right, so on the deer here, guys, this is the team that I would recommend you guys run for the meta speedrun team. Now we do not have Levi here, and the reason why I actually took Levi off is because if you're someone that's kind of getting into the game nowadays, or if you're a returning player, if you're trying to speedrun a lot of these content, it's going to be very hard to have these red human characters, because on the deer you need to have a red, green, blue, and we only need pretty much red on this team. So if we talking like red humans, guys, there's not many red humans you can run, right? You got like red Levi, you got the red Jenna, which actually came out this year, which is honestly not a bad idea. You have yeah, Rudius from Mushoku Tensei. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to run this Roxy because you're obviously running the blue one already. It's kind of counterintuitive. You have yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, guys. And then Lilia would be the only one that's really not a collab, right? Like this is the only one that's not a collab, so a little bit more accessible for you guys. But if you do want the best team, I would recommend Levi here, or maybe even Reinhardt. I think Reinhardt is a good option as well, if you do have him from ReZero. But yeah, that's what I'd probably recommend for speedrunning this. And then yeah, guys, again, the gear is going to be the exact same thing. Attack rate damage across the board. You know, for Lilia and Jormungand there, you can run attack defense. That's okay as well. But attack rate damage for Roxy Escanor is probably ideal right there, with the card set being the exact same thing, attack related card set. You know, we're getting, oh no, we actually have to swap the card set actually because of Jormungand. So we will run, instead of this here, let me actually set party here, and we'll change the artifact card set to the basic stat one, since we do run Jormungand. So if we actually go to the basic stat card set, it's going to be this one from the deer. So increases allies basic stats by 10%, and when the ultimate we get just 5 or more, removes and becomes immune to freeze. So this one's going to be fine because you're getting a ton of basic stats, and you're going to deal a lot of damage with this, and also be a little bit tanky if you aren't able to like one phase a turn or one turn a phase, right? So you guys should be fine overall. And yeah, this is going to be my main meta speedrun team I like to run. If you guys want to see the video showcase for this, I'll link that in the description. Now, moving on to the meta speedrun team for Skull and Hottie here, guys, is going to be this LR Milim, Xion, Freyr, and a Thonar team. This team is actually absurd, guys. I've done a showcase on this team already, and in my opinion, it's easily the fastest team by far on the fight. We'll talk about what other characters you can kind of, you know, slot in if you don't have Milim and Xion. But I think overall, guys, this is going to be the fastest team. It's able to one turn every single phase of Skull and Hottie, which is a testament to how good it is. It's insane. So let's actually open up the team comp section here. here, and we'll show you guys what other options you can run. Alrighty guys, so hopping into the Skull and Hottie section here for the team comps and what you can actually change out. If you guys do not have this team, that's completely fine, guys. There's still other teams that are able to, if not do the one turn every single phase, are very close to doing that. So obviously you're gonna have Freyr and Thonar if you're trying to speedrun this, but if we're rocking like flex options here, you can go humans, right? You can do the UR Escanor, you know, Roxy core, right? So I like to do you know, Escanor Roxy, like that is a option. So you can do Escanor Roxy, Freyr, Thonar, and that's good. You could also slot in instead of Freyr, you know, a character like Nasians. I actually have run this recently, guys, and this was actually a very good team too. The only thing with this is that you lose a little bit of you know, that AoE damage, which, you know, would be a little bit more better if you had some type of AoE. So maybe slotting in like Lancelot instead could be another option too. And I think I've actually done my main showcase here for this team was with Lancelot here. Yeah, this is another option. You're just gonna have to make sure you one phase every single time, or one turn every single phase. And if you do have issues with like the final phase, then maybe switch back to Freyr. That's gonna be another idea too. But for other like unknown options though, guys, like let's put Freyr back and let's talk other unknown options. You have from the Shield Hero collab, you have Victoria. She is a really good character for AoE damage. It just Milim is just better, right? Milim is able to do bypass damage cap, which is absolutely absurd. Victoria is not able to do that, but she still can do damage cap on an AoE very easily. So, you know, that's another character you can run. You can slot in, let's just filter by unknown here, and we'll go through the damage dealers on unknown, right? Yeah, you can do Thor. You could actually do her for single target damage. Nabarel could actually boost your damage a lot as well, actually. That's not a bad idea either. Tyr is actually very good. You can do Freya, actually. Freya is actually a fairly good damage dealer on this fight too. Yeah, and I mean, guys, there's a ton of options, but overall the best option is gonna be LR Milim and Xion. Like, I think overall that's the team I was running, and I did like really good with this team. I think I one turned every single phase, which was like exactly how strong this team can actually be, which is absolutely insane. So yeah, guys, I mean, this is a very strong comp, and in my opinion, the best speedrun team for Skull and Hottie. Let's actually move over now to the Nidhogg, and we'll talk about the teams for that. Alrighty guys, now hopping into Nidhogg here, the meta speedrun team for Nidhogg has honestly not changed in the past like year, guys. We are still rocking LR Liz, Red Freya, Mael, and then also the Summer Margaret. So let's actually hop into the game here and we'll talk other team variations you can do. So yeah, in terms of team variations you can do here, guys, most of it is just kind of set in stone. You kind of have to run this setup here. There are obviously some other flex options you can do. You can run green Freya here. So if you do not have the red one, you can actually run the green one here, and it's going to be very similar in terms of strength. I would probably opt to running the red one over the green one for the most part though, right? Like there is viability with the green one, but I wouldn't say she's better than the red one. If you're trying to slot out like this Margaret, you can run LR Margaret too. The only thing is with LR Margaret, it's gonna be a lot slower because you're not gonna have your instant basic stats, which means you cannot one-shot that first phase of floor 3 in one turn. You're not able to do that, so that makes that team a little bit lacking in terms of the damage. Now, one other team that I think could be really good too, and I actually showcased this one recently, is gonna be the Nasians team. So if you actually want to run Nasians on Nidhogg, he is very good because he has a cleanse card, and he also has cancel stance with his stun card, right? That actually does count, so that allows you to do the Escanor Roxy core, right? You can actually run both of them, and you can actually do a ton of damage with that, right? Because you're obviously, you know, dealing a ton of damage past the initial hit, and yeah, you know, with both these characters you're going to be hitting super hard. So again, guys, like most of the teams are going to revolve around human core, or you're running like Milim Xion. That's usually a lot of these teams, because the damage that you do with these teams in terms of bypassing damage cap and just being able to do a ton of damage is going to be through, you know, characters like Roxy, like Milim, right? So that's kind of why I kind of base around a lot of my teams with this core. So if you have a Roxy, definitely run her, you know, run her alongside like either UR Escanor, you can do Ultimate Escanor, any of the Escanors, guys, as long as they're like more recent ones. Like I think LR, Light Escanor, and UR are all good. Like they're all good to go. You can run any of those three and you should be in a good spot. Maybe not LR Escanor on this team specifically, but yeah, I mean Light and UR are really good for this. So yeah, that would be my team comp right there, guys. And then in terms of the you know, card set, you're gonna run the basic exact card set because you are running LR Liz here. If you are running the main meta team though, so let's go back to the goddess team here. So we'll slot them back in here, right? So let me go to goddesses. Yeah, if you're running like the full goddess team though, guys, then you're gonna want to go with the attack related card set, right? You obviously want the most amount of damage possible. So with that card set, you would be able to do the max amount of damage, right? So let's actually grab Freya here, and then yeah, I'll show you guys here. So if we go to the card set, we can swap it, and we're gonna grab the Skull and Haughty card set, guys, the attack related one, right? Because we're running full race here. This is gonna allow our damage to be a lot more, and also with attack related card set, it allows us to pretty much one phase that first phase of floor 3, which is ideally what you want to do for speedrunning a lot of the fight, because that's the main like stage pretty much that people struggle in terms of, you know, being able to speedrun Nidhogg, and I think that this team can easily go through it. So that's gonna be the demonic beast right there, guys, in terms of the best speedrun teams and how you guys are gonna be grinding your double drops. So hopefully you guys do enjoy the video, man, and yeah, get to grinding, guys. You got about 2 weeks of grinding with the double drops, and those teams are gonna be my best recommendations for being able to get a ton of the, you know, demonic beast drops. And yeah, definitely take advantage of it, guys. So that's gonna be it for the video. Hope you guys did enjoy, and we'll see you guys on the next one, man. Peace out. Have a good rest of your day, guys. See you later, man.